guys, my beautiful Soulgrove family. How are you guys doing? And welcome to your own channel whose name is Divine Connections 99. And my name is Varnika, and I welcome you again, guys. Thank you so much. And today, we'll be discussing our Gita. And we'll be continuing our fourth chapter, and we'll try our best we can finish that. And after that, we'll pick up our next chapters. First of all, thank you so much, Nirved. Because of you, we can actually go ahead. He's one of my friends, and then he reminded me of that, your channel is all about Gita, and you've missed those videos for such a long time, and he was maybe, enjoying it. So, for all of you who have been waiting, let's continue our Gita, and we'll try and finish our fourth chapter today. So, before starting, we'll quickly set an intention for today. The intention for today would be that this knowledge sharing and all this beautiful knowledge sharing what we are doing here, I really pray to the divine, to the God Shri Krishna inside us and outside, that they give us beautiful results to every one of us. All right, so now let's move on to our chapter. So we'll take the shlokas or the verses. The verse says that Shri Krishna tells Arjun that once you attain it, that means attain the realized purpose of life and everything. He says once you attain that, you will never again be deluded, and you will see all the creatures in self and all in me. And now he says that even if you were the most sinful of sinners, Arjuna, you could cross beyond all the sins by raft of spiritual wisdom. So what he says is that normally what we do is we try and judge ourselves, like I'm such a bad person, I have done such bad things in life, I don't deserve good in my life and stuff like that. So we keep on demotivating ourselves, we keep on you can say have delusions in our head, and putting ourselves down every time. And that's the how he is saying that even if you think that ways for yourself, you can still get over this by wisdom. The knowledge is everything. So here I would love to share a story which is about a thief named Ratnakar. So Ratnakar was a thief, and he used to kill people and steal their jewelries and stuff from the village. So once there was a saint whose name was Narad, and he encountered Narad, and Narad was least afraid, and he was actually counter questioning Ratnakar, the thief, that tell me that whatever you are doing right now, this stealing, killing people and everything, and he says that's okay what you're doing, but whom are you doing it for? And then this thief Ratnakar, he got annoyed, and he said, obviously for my family, I'm doing everything for my family. So this Narad Muni, the saint, he says that okay, fine, I understand that you're doing it for your family, to make their life comfortable, let them enjoy all those lavish things. Can you go and ask them all this bad karmas which you are creating after killing people, after looting them, or after just stealing everything from them, how are you going to, or are they going to be the ones who will share the burden? He says, obviously, if they are enjoying everything, then they have to, share the burden and the load as well. He says, go and ask them, I'll wait for you here. And then Ratnakar says, okay, you don't move from here. And he says, yeah, you can tie me with this, rope to this tree. I will wait for you unless you come back and answer me this question. Then he goes to his mother, his father. Ratnakar went to his children, his wife, everywhere. And he asked this question, and no one was actually ready to share the load or the bad karma burden. He comes back with tears in his eyes, and now he talks to Narad Muni, or the saint, and he says that this is what has happened. And that's how Narad, he actually gives him the knowledge, the wisdom, and then he turned out to be Valmiki, who was a very great writer, and he wrote Ramayana. So guys, that was the story of how we think ourselves we are the most sinners, and then we are not able to get out of that sinful act or repeated sort of delusions in our head, and we keep on putting ourselves down. So that is how it was. All right, so this is how Shri Krishna has explained. Now let's take the next verse. In the next verse he says, as the heat of the fire reduces wood to ashes, the fire of the knowledge burns to all ashes to all the karmas. Now he says, like, as the you put some fuel to the fire, and then that fire actually burns out the whole fuel and nothing is left. Everything loses its identity in the fire. That's how he says, when you have the knowledge, the wisdom, you actually all your questions, all your conflicts, all your feelings and emotions, all are you can say destroyed in that knowledge, because then you have nothing to even ask. You are pure knowledge or pure consciousness, and then you just enjoy that blissful state. All right, so that's what he is explaining here. Next shloka or the verse we'll take quickly, and he says, nothing in this world purifies like spiritual wisdom. It is the perfection achieved in time through path of yoga, and the path which leads to the self within. So he says that if you've got the burning desire to actually attain the enlightenment, or attain the ultimate consciousness, then probably you can. You need to have that burning desire to do something, right? And then he says that these are the qualities that your heart should be pure. It's not like you have a questioning head in your sort of heart in your, or questioning mind, and then you keep on checking the knowledge of the guru or the next person. You keep on reading first the Google articles, trying to fill in their knowledge and gaps, and then you keep on asking people. If the people are answering your questions correctly, then they are your guru. If they're not, then probably just go to hell and I don't care. So that sort of attitude won't take us in a long run. All right, so he says that your mind and your heart should be pure. When you're asking questions, you should have a burning desire to get the knowledge, and then your karmas should be like without any desire. All right, so that's how you will attain the path, and the path will lead to your self within. Now let's take the next shloka, in which he says, those who take wisdom as their highest goal, whose faith is deep and whose senses are trained, attain wisdom quickly and enter into the perfect peace. So he says, who have actually won over their own senses, and those who actually are dedicated and want to do the hard work, and have got that dedication in them, they are the ones who will actually attain this pure consciousness or the knowledge without wasting any time, because they're all dedicated on the one single focus on their path. All right, so if you've and then once they've attained that knowledge, they will attain a very sort of blissful, eternal blissful state. Like guys, I don't know if you felt that sometimes when we go to some guru or some person to get some sort of guidance, and that person maybe he or she might not even say the whole thing, but they will say one line which will align to your heart, and that's when you will actually get that globe, the bulb or the globe lit in your head, and you'll say, oh yeah, that is what I was missing, this is what I was actually after, and this is how your knowledge will align with your heart and your soul, and that's how it comes down, and you will attain that you can say the blissful state, and you'll be like happy. Yes, I've got the answers of my question, and now I'll deal with it, or I'll do whatever been told. So this is how he was explaining. And the next slok he says, but the the ignorant, indecisive and lacking in faith people waste their lives. They can never be happy in this world or any other. So this is how he's saying that if you do not have trust in your heart, and you don't have knowledge and you don't have dedication, then those people they cannot attain happiness either in this world. They can't attain happiness either in heaven as well, because lack of trust is a very you can say common sort of disease right now, and it is the most killing disease because lack of trust, when you don't trust on things or people, relationships or anything, it leads you into very destructive sort of self-destructive situation. Like like a dog loves to chew on bone, your this lack of trust loves to chew in your head, and then will actually lead to a very self-destructive state in your head. So we can see by an example that if we don't have trust in a particular relationship or something, that will not go very long. If we don't have trust on particular situation, like this job is going to be, then obviously you will attract those patterns, you will attract those things in your aura, or things around you, and that will lead to that particular situation what you are thinking in your head. All right, now let's take the next verse, in which he says, says that those established in the self have renounced selfish attachments to their actions and cut through doubts with spiritual wisdom. They act in freedom. So how he is explaining is that, those who have actually, got rid of all these attachments and everything, they have, you can say, offered their karmas and everything to God, and with their wisdom, they attain this blissful state, and they don't have any desire or something. Then those people are out of the karmas. Like, karma is actually, what he's saying is, it's we can say, it doesn't entangle them anymore. All right. So just as an example, a person is doing their duty like a soldier. His karma is like, he has to kill people, but he has dedicated all his karma to his offered it to his country, right? That even if it's a bad act or a good act, I don't care. I'm just doing it for my country, right? And now even if he dies or he kills people, it's all offered to the country. So similarly, that is a professional example. Similarly, when we offer all our karmas to the God, we are we get rid of the karma cycle. All right, because that's all been offered to the God, and we think that you are the one who's responsible and doing it for me. I am not the one who's actually doing it. You are getting it done from me. All right. Next, we'll take the shloka or the verse where he says, Arjuna, cut through his doubt in your own heart with the sword of spiritual wisdom. Arise, take up the path of yoga and go and fight. All right, so this was actually a beautiful last shloka, which we'll quickly take, in which he says, generally what happens is, with this, lack of trust, with half knowledge, which is so dangerous, and attachments and everything, we entangle ourselves so much that we give us, self-induced pain. So he's, just as an example, if you are in a relationship or something, you keep on calling that person again and again and again, and you are into that attachment cycle, and then you keep on blaming them, because of you I'm hurt, because of you this is happening and that. So it's going to be like really a messy situation, in your head and for that person as well. So if you've noticed these sort of patterns in you, it's better, you start working on it. It's better you accept first of all that, this is wrong, this should not be done, this is painful for me, for the other person as well. And if I love them, or love her or him, then probably I shouldn't be inducing pain in the relationship, because we are just here for love. So it's better to sit with those patterns, work on them, because they do not solve overnight, guys. It takes a while to get these things sorted in your head and everywhere else as well. So be patient, be dedicated, and be willing to do stuff. All right, so that's what my request is. And thank you so much everyone for joining me again. I really appreciate your time, and I'm so proud of you all, doing such an amazing work on your journey, guys. You guys are just doing awesome. All right, so keep doing the good work, keep putting your efforts. Things will definitely come into a nice fruitful situation very soon. All right, so take care again. I love you all. I've missed you all. Take care and bye for now.